Hey there everyone, welcome to the SciCal Playbook series, your go-to guide for making calculations faster and easier. In this video, we're diving into systems of linear equations and how to solve them effortlessly using the Casio FX570 ES+. Ready to level up your math game? Let's get started. Before we solve anything, let's understand the basics. So, what is a system of linear equations? To answer that, we have to understand what's a linear equation first. A linear equation is one where the variables have no exponents, just plain x, y, or z. When you graph it, you get a straight line, which is why we call it linear. Take a look at the graph. See? No curves, no fancy shapes, just a straight line. A system of linear equations, on the other hand, is just a set of linear equations. The goal is to find the values of the variables x, y, and z that satisfy all the equations at the same time. Presented on the screen are some examples of systems of linear equations, with 2 equations, 2 unknowns, and 3 equations, 3 unknowns. For better understanding, consider the illustration on the screen. The circle serves as the system, and inside it are linear equations. Together, they form a system of linear equations, and only when the system is complete can we get the solutions to these equations. Okay, enough theory. Let's get to the fun part, solving equations the easy way with the Casio FX570 ES+. For the first example, we are given a system with 2 equations and 2 unknowns, given by the variables x and y. To solve this, grab your calculator and follow along with me. Step 1. Press Mode. This opens the Mode selection menu. Step 2. Select 5 for EQN equation mode. This tells the calculator we want to solve equations. Step 3. Press 1 to choose a system of 2 equations with 2 unknowns. Now, we're ready to enter our equations. Step 4. Enter the coefficients from your equations. For example, if your equation is 2x plus 3y equals 7, enter 2 for x and 3 for y. Pro tip: if a variable doesn't have a coefficient, enter 1, since x is the same as 1x. If a variable is missing, enter 0, since it means that term isn't present. Step 5. Press equals to get your results, and just like that you have the values for x and y, instantly. After following the steps, we arrived at these solutions. Did you get these values? Wow, good job! Now let's proceed to our second example, where we are given a system with 3 equations and 3 unknowns. To solve this, follow along with me again. To solve a system of 3 equations with 3 unknowns using your Casio calculator, start by pressing the Mode button. Then, navigate the options and select 5 for EQN or equation mode. Next, press 2 to choose the option for solving a system of 3 equations with 3 unknowns. This allows the calculator to process multiple equations simultaneously. Now, enter the coefficients for each equation one by one. If a variable does not have a visible coefficient, enter 1. If a variable is missing from the equation, enter 0. Just like what we did in the previous example, carefully input each value as displayed in your equations. Once all the coefficients are entered, press the equals button to calculate the solution. The calculator will then display the values of x, y, and z, providing the solution to your system of equations. And that's it! You've successfully solved the system using your calculator. Simple, quick, and efficient. After following the steps, we arrived at the following values for x, y, and z. Did you get the same answers? Wow, you're amazing! So, that's all for the SciCal Playbook series number 1. See you on my next video. Thanks for watching and follow for more.